So guys, today we are going to discuss about the port rule. If you guys remember, I told you there are in STP there are three types of port rules, right? Basically, this port rule means this is the switch and this is the fast Ethernet 0 by 0. This is what? This is called switch port. This is called switch. Okay. So in STP, this switch port will get three types of role. How many types of role? Three types of role. Okay. So first one is guys DP, second one is RP, and third one is either you can say alternate or either you can say block. Clear? So basically these are the three types of port role in STP. Clear now? Now, first of all, we are going to discuss guys the root port. What? Root port. So first point, please remember, and if you guys are writing, please write down. On a single switch, only one port can be a root port. On a single switch, only one port can be a root. It means this is the switch. This is the switch. And let's suppose these are the interface 0 by 0, 0 by 1, 0 by 2, and 0 by 3. If any interviewer asks you or inform you, see, this is the RP port, this is the RP port, this is the, let's suppose, DP port, any port, DP port or DP port. Is it fine? Your answer is no, never. On a single switch, how many ports can be the RP port? Only one. And here, how many ports? Two ports is RP. So this is not possible. Clear na everyone? Are tell me, yes na?
Yes.
So
Yes.
please understand this one. In any condition, it is not possible. On a single switch, how many ports? One port should be the yes, RP port. Clear na everyone? Now,
Yes.
point number 2. Define RP port. See, in a multiple book, there are multiple definition. Okay, na? But whatever I am telling you, maybe this will help you to understand in a better way. Okay, so I am writing the very simple thing. The port on which switch, the port on which switch receive the better BPDU, that port is called root port. The port on which switch receive the better BPDU, that port is called root port. Okay, so you can remember like this. On root port means switch receive the BPDU. Basically, na, on this port, switch receive the BPDU. And DP port means by which switch send the BPDU. Are you understand na these two things? BPDU means on this port switch receive, and DP means through this port switch send. Clear na everyone? Are you
Yes.
tell me? Clear. So if this is the switch and this is the RP port and this is the DP port, it means in this port, on this port switch receive the BPDU. And if this is the DP port, it means through this port switch send the BPDU. It's clear na everyone? Both thing. Okay. So RP port means the port on which switch receive the better BPDU. Now the thing is, what do you mean by better BPDU? I told you na everyone, election of root bridge. The switch that receive the better BPDU, that switch will become the root bridge. Yes na everyone? Yes or no? Better BPDU means, tell me, the better BPDU means what?
Small okay, ID.
BPDU. small criteria. Okay. See, guys, please remember one thing. If we are telling any BPDU as a better BPDU, so definitely we check multiple criteria. What? Multiple criteria. Okay, na? If you remember, in case of root bridge, we elect the root bridge on the basis of bridge ID. Yes or no? Yes. And on the basis
Yes.
of bridge ID, I told you that is the better BPDU and that is not the better BPDU. Yes or no? Are tell me. Yes, na? Everyone.
Yes.
Yes. But actually, this is not true. Actually, there are multiple criteria and on the basis of that criteria, we can tell this BPDU is better or not. Getting my point, everyone? So please write down better BPDU criteria. And you guys need to follow or you guys need to check these criteria in the same sequence number what I am writing here. Okay. First of all, you guys need to check root bridge ID. Now I hope everyone is already know what is root bridge ID. Anyone who don't know root bridge ID? The bridge ID of root bridge is known as root bridge ID.
Root bridge ID.
Okay. And how root bridge is elected in previous class we already discussed. So I hope now you guys already know how root bridge is actually elected. Clear, everyone? So now we are discussing the port role. So port role will decide on the basis of better BPDU. Now the thing is how you guys will identify this BPDU is better or not. So there are multiple criteria. And these criteria you guys must follow these sequence. First of all, you guys need to check what? Root bridge ID. After that, in point number 2, you guys need to check cost. Third thing, what you guys need to check? Sender bridge ID. And the fourth one is port ID. Sender port ID. So these are the 4 criteria, guys. It means, let's suppose if any condition when root bridge ID will tie, then next step what you guys will check? Cost. If on the basis of cost election will happen, then fine. Otherwise, let's suppose if there is any condition when cost is also tie, then what you guys will check? Sender bridge ID. And if sender bridge ID is also tie, then what you guys need to check? Port ID. Are clear na everyone? Understand? So basically,
Yes.
these are the criteria. And on the basis of these criteria, we can say this is the better BPDU or this is the not better. Clear? Everyone. I hope you guys understand something. Clear?
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Now, root bridge ID we already discussed. Okay, now. So first of all, I already write the definition of root port is the port on which switch receive the better BPDU. That port is called root port.
Root.
Getting the point. For example, this is the switch and this is the fast Ethernet 0/0 and this is the fast Ethernet 0/1. Let's suppose this switch receive 1 BPDU on this interface and same BPDU on this interface. Now switch will compare both BPDU. Switch will compare both BPDU on both interface. And the interface on which this switch receive the better BPDU, that port will become the root port. Clear, everyone? Any doubt till now? Are clear
No.
na everyone?
Yes.
Now, first I told you root bridge ID. Right na everyone? Root bridge ID. Second, what I told you guys? Cost. What I told you? Cost. What is cost? In previous class I told you cost means this is nothing. This is the total distance to reach the root bridge.
Root bridge.
This is the total distance to reach the root bridge. Okay, na? So you have to remember if you are using the 10 gig, if you are using the 10 gig link, what will be the cost? Please remember this one, 2. If you are using the 1 gig link, then cost will be 4.
4.
If you are using the fast Ethernet link, then cost will be 19. And if you are
19.
using the Ethernet link, then cost will be 100.
100.
So please remember this one, it will help. And the value of cost is already predefined in switch iOS. I understand. Switch do not calculate this. In switch iOS, it's already predefined. You know, na AD value in
Yes.
multiple protocol like OSPF or EIGRP, there is a AD value, right? Na? This is
Yeah.
something like this. AD value is also predefined. Are you
Predefined.
clear na, everyone? Basically, cost is calculated on the basis of bandwidth. On the basis of bandwidth, or you can say cost is reciprocal or what, directly or directly what, what I am forgetting what is the exact name.
Directly proportional.
Yeah, directly proportional or indirectly proportional. Yes, cost is indirectly proportional to the bandwidth. See now, what is the cost? 2. And what is the bandwidth? 10 gig. Na? It means bandwidth is high, but cost is low.
Low.
But here, see na, cost is high,
High.
bandwidth is low.
Low.
Understand, everyone?
Yes.
So this is something called what? Cost. Clear? Now,
Yes.
see, I am giving you the topology, how actually the port role is decided. Now, I hope now you guys already understand one more thing. In previous class, I told you who sent the BPDU in your topology? Only root bridge. After every 2 seconds. No, na everyone. Before
Yes.
root bridge, every switch is thinking I am the root bridge. So every switch is sending the BPDU. But once the election is done, only root bridge will send the BPDU. You know, na everyone?
Yes.
Yes.
Now see here. Let's suppose this is switch number A, switch number B, and switch number C. For example, this is fast Ethernet 0 by 0, 0 by 1, 0 by 2, 0 by 3, 0 by 4, 0 by 5. Clear, everyone? Now, think or assume switch number A is called root
RP.
bridge. What guys? Root bridge.
Bridge.
And these are called non-root bridge. You know, na everyone? These are
Yeah.
non-root bridge.
NRV.
Now, who is sending the BPDU?
Root bridge.
RP.
Yes, only root bridge is sending the BPDU now.
BPD.
Yes, na everyone? Tell me, yes, na? And this
Yes.
Yes, sir.
is sending the BPDU through both interface. Yes or no?
Both in-
Yes.
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 For example, what is the BPDU on switch number A? What is the root bridge ID? Root bridge ID will be guys 32768 plus MAC address 0A. Okay, MAC address is 0A, MAC address is 0B, and MAC address is 0C. After the root bridge ID, what is the thing, guys? Cost. What is
Cost.
cost?
Cost.
Cost is 0, na? Because who is
Zero.
sending? Switch number A
Which
is
number?
sending, and switch number A itself as a root bridge.
Root bridge.
Now, sender bridge ID. Sender bridge ID means the bridge ID of those switch who is sending the BPDU. So who is sending the BPDU? Switch
Root
A
bridge.
is sending the BPDU. So bridge ID will be 32768 plus 0A. Yes or no? Everyone.
Yes.
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 Now, sender port ID. Sender port ID means the port ID through which switch is sending the BPDU. Yes or no? Yes,
Yes.
na? Okay.
Yes.
So when this switch send the BPDU through this interface as well as through this interface. Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes, na?
Yes.
Okay. So when switch send the BPDU through this interface, for example, guys, this is fast Ethernet 0/6. So what is the port ID? 128.6. Yes or no? Everyone. Arey, tell me. Yes, na?
Right.
Arey, what happened, guys? Yes or no? Yes, na? Arey, tell me.
What, 128. For what is this number?
This is the port ID. I told you, na, port ID is made up of priority
Yes.
plus port number. 128 is the by default priority. Yes, na?
Well, yes. 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 Okay. Got it.
Now, if switch will send through this interface, then what is the port ID, guys? 128.1.
128.6. 1.
Clear? Now, this BP, first of all, we are discussing, guys, on switch number B. Okay, na? Then we will discuss the switch number C. This BPDU reach on switch number B on which interface? 0/2. And this BPDU reach on switch number B on which interface?
03.
0/3. Clear na, everyone? Now,
Yes.
switch number B is receiving the same BPDU on this interface as well as on this interface. Okay. Now switch B will decide which BPDU, this BPDU or this BPDU. Okay, na? It means on this interface or on this interface. On which interface I am receiving the better BPDU.
Better, everybody.
Okay. Anyone asking something? Okay.
Now,
So now switch will start comparing, guys. What? Switch will start comparing.
including.
Okay. For example, we are using the fast Ethernet link. Fast Ethernet link. Clear na, everyone? So when this BPDU receive here on this interface, this is the BPDU. Yes or no? Are tell me. Yes, na?
Yes.
Yes.
In this BPDU, what are the things change? This one is same. Cost will be, guys, now. When this BPDU receive on this interface, cost will be 19, na?
19.
Fast Ethernet link, what is the cost? 19.
19.
So on this interface, what is the cost, guys? 19.
19.
I understand, na? And everything is same. Okay. Now come here on this interface. When this BPDU reach on this interface, root bridge ID will be
32768. Cost would be 38.
this BPDU receive here on this interface. Yes or no? Yes.
Yes.
Now what are the things change? Everything is
Cost.
changed. See, root bridge ID will be
Yes.
changed because root bridge is fixed, na, everyone? Yes or no? Root bridge is fixed.
Yes.
Switch number A is root bridge. Cost will be, guys, 19 of
plus
this link.
19.
19 of this link. Total is
38.
38. Center bridge ID will be switch number B is receiving this BPDU by switch number C. Yes or no? Array
Yes.
A send to C and C send to
Mhm.
B.
B.
Right? So for B, who is sender? For B,
C.
C
Zero
is
C.
sender. Right? Na? So sender bridge ID will be 32768 plus 0C. Are it clear na, everyone? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes. Now, sender port number also what? 128.4
Same.
na? Array this one.
Mhm.
Okay, yeah. Interface
Okay.
number.
Okay. Now, switch number B, compare this BPDU and this BPDU. So first one is, what is the root bridge ID? 32768 plus 0A. And here 32768 plus 0A. Yes or no?
A.
It means the root bridge ID
Yes.
is tie.
Tied.
Now, switch will check the next thing. What is cost?
Cost.
Array, what? Cost, na? So here cost is 19 and here cost
19.
is 38.
38.
Tell me which cost will prefer? Lowest cost.
19.
Cost
Lowest cost will be prefer.
preferred.
You know na, everyone. I told you na, cost means to reach the total distance to reach the root bridge. You know, na? And root
Yes,
bridge
sir.
is your team leader. So you know, na? Actually you find na shortest path to reach the team leader. Yes, na everyone.
Yes.
Yes,
So
sir.
lower cost will be prefer. So when you compare the both BPDU, you guys will get this BPDU is better. Why? Because cost is lower on this interface. Yes or no, everyone? Understand?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes.
So it means on this interface, switch number B is receiving the better BPD. Yes, everyone. Yes, na?
Yes.
Yes,
So
sir.
it means this port will become the root. Clear, everyone? I hope you guys understand.
Yes.
Anyone?
0/2 will become the root port, right?
0/2, yes. Because on this port, switch receive the better BPDU. How better? On this interface, cost is low. Cost is less. Clear, everyone? Yes or no? Yes?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Now, come on switch number C. So when you come on switch number C receive
Excellent.
this BPDU on this interface as well as on this interface. Yes or no? Everyone tell me. Yes?
Yes.
Yes.
Switch number C receive one BPDU on this interface and one BPDU on this interface. Yes, na everyone? Okay,
Yes.
now come on this interface. This is same. Cost is now 19. Cost is
19.
19. Sender bridge ID will be 3276808. No problem. Port ID will be 128.1. Everything is fine. Now, come
Yes.
on this interface. Root bridge ID will be same. Cost will be 19 plus 19. How
19.
much?
28.
30.
30.
Center bridge ID will be 32768 plus 0 B because
B.
switch number B is sending. Port ID will be 128.3.
3.
Now switch number C compare. Root bridge ID will be tie. Now next is guys cost. Which cost is lower? This one. So it means this BPDU is better. So this port will
Better.
become the root port.
Root port.
I hope everyone now understand how actually root port is elected.
Yes.
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 Everyone clear? Anyone who do not
Yes.
understand? Okay.
Yes.
Now, so this is the simple one. Let's suppose if you guys have topology like this, switch number A, switch number B, switch number C, and switch number D, like this. All are fast Ethernet link. Clear?
Yes.
Tell me. Understand na? Now come on switch number D. On switch number D. See,
D.
on switch number B, I hope you guys already know now this will be the root port and this will be the root port. You know na everyone?
Yes.
Anyone who do not understand? Are yes na? This port will become the root port, right na?
Yes.
Yes.
In previous topology we took na this topology, triangle topology. Yes or no?
Yes.
Na? So
Yes, sir.
according to this port will become the root port.
Root
Now
port.
we have a 4 switch. Now and on one switch there will be only one root port. Yes.
Root port.
So on B and
Yes.
C we decided. Now come on switch number D. On switch number D receive one BPDU on this interface and one BPDU on this interface. Yes or no? Everyone. Yes. Now,
Yes.
for example, 01, 02, 03, 04. Now, on this interface, what will be the root bridge ID? 32768 plus 0
plus
A.
A.
Cost will be guys 19 plus
19 plus
19.
19.
Total 38.
38.
Sender bridge ID will be guys 32768 plus 0 C.
0 C.
Okay. Now, after sender bridge ID, port ID, right? Sender port ID, right? Tell me.
Yes.
Sender port ID.
Yes.
Sender port ID will be 128.4.
128.4.
Okay. Now come here. Now here guys, 32768 plus 0A. Yes or no? Yes.
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 Now cost
38.
19 plus 19. 38.
38.
Sender base ID 32768 plus 0B
0B.
and 128.3. Now tell me, cost is
Three.
tie, na? Yes or no?
Yes.
Cost is tie.
I
So here election will happen on the basis of sender bridge ID.
sender is ready.
So whose sender bridge ID is lowest? This one. So this port will
This.
become the
Yeah. Root port.
clear. Everyone, tell me.
Yes.
Yes.
Understand na?
Yes.
Oof. Let's suppose if you have a topology like this, switch 1, switch 2, and both are connected like this. 0A, 0B. This is the root bridge. This is the root bridge. 0 by 1, 0 by 2, 0 by 3, 0 by 4. Now, switch number 2 receive 1 BPDU on this interface and 1 BPDU on this interface. Yes or no? Yes?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Now come on 0 by 3 and on 0 by 4. On 0 by 3, what will be the root bridge ID? 32768 plus 0A. Yes or no? Yes.
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 And on this interface also same 32768 plus 0A. Any doubt?
No.
Okay. After
No.
that, cost. This is the fast Ethernet. 19 and
19.
after that sender base ID. Sender base ID also same na? Who is sending? Switch A
Macintosh.
is sending on this
Switch A.
interface as well as on this interface. So 32768 plus 0A and 32768 plus 0A. Yes or no?
Yes.
Now sender port ID 128.1
128.3.
and 128.2. Which one is prefer?
No.
1.
I hope you guys will understand. Are clear na? Understand?
Yes.
So smallest port ID will be prefer. So this is all about guys root port. Now the next one is designated port. DP port means you guys can write the definition. A port through which switch is sending the better BPDU is called designated port. A port through which switch is sending the better BPDU, that port is called designated port. Understand? Written. And on a single switch, there will be a multiple DP port. It is possible. I understand. It is possible.
Possible.
Now, on root bridge, all the port will be DP. Because you know what is the use of root bridge? To send the BPDU, right? Root bridge is sending the BPDU. And
Yes.
root bridge is sending the BPDU through all interface. It means all the interface will be in sending mode. And if it is in the sending mode, it means this is the DP, not RP. RP means it is receiving mode. But root bridge is not receiving the BPDU. It is sending the BPDU. That's the reason all the port of root bridge is designated port, DP port. Clear, everyone?
Yes.
Yes.
So interviewer can ask you, is it possible to become a root port on root bridge? Answer is no. Because
No.
root
No.
bridge is always sending the BPDU, not receiving the BPDU. Are you understand?
Yes.
Yes.
Now, let's suppose if we have the same scenario, A, B, C. We know this is the root bridge. Okay, so root bridge means this port and this port, both port will be the DP port. You guys know now, everyone.
Yes.
Are tell me, this port is the DP port, designated port, right? All the ports of the root bridge is called DP port. Clear? And we already know this port is the RP port and this port is the RP port, right? Everyone. Are tell me, right?
Yes.
Na? Okay.
Yes.
Come on this link. On this link, among these two ports, one port will become the DP port.
DP.
Port will become the
One
DP port,
block.
and the remaining port is called alternate port or block port.
Block.
Because root port is not possible, because on a single switch only one root port is possible, right? Na? And on both switch root port is already configured. Are yes, na everyone? Yes or no?
Yes.
Now, what do you mean by DP port? DP port means the port through which switch is sending the better BPDU. Yes or no? Yes?
Yes.
Yes.
This root bridge send the BPDU here and root bridge send the BPDU here. Yes or no? Yes?
Yes.
Yes, na? Now, this switch number B forward this BPDU. Yes or no?
Yes.
Switch B forward this BPDU and switch number C also forward this BPDU. Yes or no?
BPD.
Yes.
Yes, na? Now, what is
Yes.
the root bridge ID? 32768
3278 plus
Now cost will be, guys, 0 plus 19. Total cost is
19.
Okay. Now next is, guys, center bridge ID.
Center bridge ID.
32768 plus 0 B.
B.
Port ID, let's suppose 01. So port ID 128.1.
1.
Clear? Now come here. 32768 plus 0 C. Next is cost 19. Next is center bridge ID 32768 plus 0 C.
C.
Let's suppose 02. Port ID 128.2. Yes or no? Yes? This is tie. This is tie. Yes or no? Tell
Yes.
me. Cost is tie. Now next is center bridge ID
Center bridge ID.
32768 plus 0
0
B
B.
and 0
Slower.
C.
Slower.
This is slower. It means this is better.
Better.
Right? So this port will become the
DP.
DP port and this port will become the
Block.
or block. Anyone who do not understand? Understand now? In previous class, I already told you about the alternate port. On alternate port, or you can say block port, switch will receive the BPDU, right? Na? And this, because BPDU here works like a keep alive, right? Na? But through this port, switch never send the BPDU.
And
Okay, na? But switch receive the BPDU. Are clear na everyone? Yes or no?
yes.
And one more thing, in real scenarios, in real environment, in your company, na, generally you guys will see there are two types of root bridge. How many types of root bridge, guys? Two types of root bridge. One is called primary and one is called secondary. For example, I can give you in my scenario, in my case, in my previous company, the scenario is like that. This is the access level switch and these are the end user. You know, now all the traffic will come here on access level. There is a DR1 and DR2. Okay. These are the, or you can say these are the layer 3 switch. Okay. Na? Or you can say distribution layer.
Distribution.
Okay, and here we are using what? Here, this is our primary DR. Okay. And this is our secondary DR.
Yeah.
Okay. Na? So we make this as the primary root bridge and this as a secondary root.
Root bridge.
Because in my company there are multiple floor, and on multiple floor there are number of switches. On one floor there are, let's suppose 10 switches we are using, and there are, let's suppose 10 floors. So 10 into 10, how many switches are there? 100 switches are, right? Na? So definitely if there are 100 switches, definitely there we are using the STP. Yes or no? By default it is enabled. Yes na?
Yes.
So in we are using in 99.9% company, you are saying your DR device will become the root bridge.
Root bridge.
Understand na? So this is our primary DR. So we make this is the primary root bridge and this is the secondary root bridge. Understand? Yes or no? This is
Yes.
the primary or secondary. Okay. So if our primary root bridge goes down, this root bridge will become active. Understand? This switch will become the active. Clear na everyone?
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
That is for primary and secondary. There are one command by which we can enable the primary or secondary. I will tell you. Till now, I hope you guys understand. Clear?
Yes.
Yes.
I can show you one thing. I hope this is visible to all of you, right?
Yes.
So I am opening the switch number 1. Enable. I am running the command show spanning tree summary. So when I run show spanning tree summary, what is this? Switch is in which mode, guys? PVST mode.
PBST.
Okay, I told you, na, this is the flavor of STP. Okay. Now, one thing, extended system ID is,
Enable.
what is extended system ID? Do you guys know? Basically, na, extended system ID is nothing. I told you, na. I am writing spanning tree detail. So when I run this command detail, you guys are seeing, na, in previous class, I think, so spanning tree, let's suppose I am running this one. VLAN 1. See, what is the priority? 32768.
32769.
9.
I told you what? 32768. But why this is 9? Because by default, VLAN number 1 is enabled on every switches. Yes or no? Yes?
Yes.
That VLAN ID is added here. Are you getting my point? That VLAN ID is added. So that's the reason it becomes 32769. Are you clear, everyone? Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay. See, one more thing. If you don't believe, then I will VLAN 10. I create one VLAN. Are you clear?
Yes.
Yes.
VLAN brief. I create one VLAN. VLAN number 10 is created. I am writing so spanning tree VLAN 10. When I write no spanning tree is instances exist because I already only created here. I only created here. Are you getting my point? So when you write this command, here you guys will get the priority of how much? 32768 plus 10. How? How much? Plus 10. Are you getting my point? What is happening here? In your priority, the VLAN ID is added. Are you getting my point? In the priority, VLAN ID is added. This is because of this extended system ID. Are you clear? I hope you guys understand.
So if we disable this extended system ID, then it will not add VLAN number there.
Yes, when you disable it, then it will not add. But generally, we are not doing.
Disable.
Understand?
Yes.
Yes.
Everyone understand now? Okay.
Yes.
Port fast is by default disabled. What is port fast? We will discuss. BPDU guard we will discuss. Everything we will discuss. Okay. Now by default VLAN number 1 is there. Yes, na everyone? Yes or no?
Yes.
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 So when I write so spanning tree detail, so this is the command by which you can check the spanning tree ne detail way. Are see na? What is the bridge identifier? Bridge ID is priority is 3276. 8 by default. What is the system ID? System ID means VLAN ID. That is 1. That is 1. Are you understand? So that's the reason
Yes.
overall your bridge ID is, sorry, priority is 3276 9.
Right.
And this is the hello time. It means switch will send the BPDU after every 2
2
seconds.
seconds.
Forward delay time is 15 seconds. Are it understand na? Now see, we are the root of the spanning tree. It means for VLAN number 1, this switch is called root bridge. Are you understand? This
Yes.
switch is root bridge. See now, I write here. So spanning tree VLAN 1. So when I write this command, what is this line? This bridge is the root. It means among these 3 switch, what is the root bridge? Switch number 1 is the root bridge. Why? Because its MAC address is lower compared to switch number 2 and 3. Are it clear everyone? Yes or no?
Yes.
Understand na?
Yes.
So switch number 1 is called root bridge. Are it clear? Understand?
Yes.
Switch number 1 is called root bridge. Clear? So this is the root detail. This is the root detail. Root detail means this is the priority. This is the root bridge ID. You know na root bridge ID. So that is the root bridge ID. This is the MAC address and this is the bridge. This is the hello time, forward delay time, these things. And this is the bridge ID. Guys, there are 2 things. First one, this switch is root bridge as well as this is the bridge. Yes or no? Are this is normal switch as well as this is the root bridge. Both na? So that's the reason here both details are there. This is the detail for root bridge and this is the detail for normal bridge. Understand everyone? Are tell me?
Yes.
Clear na? So this is the priority. Priority is 32768 plus system ID, that is 1. Clear na everyone? Now, how many interfaces are there? 0 by 2 and 0 by 1. Yes or no? Yes?
Yes.
So see na interface fast Ethernet 0 by 1 and 0 by 2. And what is the port role? What is the port role? Designated port or DP.
Designated forward.
What is DP? I told you na every port of the root bridge is called DP.
DP.
So that's the reason both port is called DP port.
Designated.
Fine. And what is the state? Forwarding state.
Forwarding.
What is the state? Forwarding state. And designated port as well as the root port. Both port state will be the forwarding state. Please remember this one. Now, we are using the fast Ethernet link. So what is the cost?
19.
19. And this is the port ID. You know na port ID 128.1 and 128.2. Are they clear everyone? Understand everyone? Clear? So that is called root. These are the detail. I hope now you guys understand very well. Clear?
Yes.
Yes.
System ID, clear na? What is extended system ID? Everyone.
Yes.
Okay na? So by default, extended system ID is enable. Yes, we can disable it. I don't know if a command will work or not. Command is no spanning tree will not work. No. The command is no spanning tree extend system ID. So that is the command, but on packet tracer it will not work. Clear na? Everyone.
Yes.
Okay. Now this switch is called, guys, both switches called non-root bridge. Yes or no? Everyone.
Yes.
Yes. So when I open switch number 2, when I run show spanning tree VLAN 1. So see now, what is the priority? This is the root detail. Again, this is the root detail. It means here you guys will get the information about your root bridge. But root bridge, are you understand? Yes or no? Yes.
Yes.
Yes or no? Understand? Yes or no?
Yes.
What is
Yes.
the address? 32769. What is the address? This is the MAC address. What is the MAC address? 8700. Yes or no?
Yes.
Tell me. 8700. Whose MAC address is this? Come here. Switch number 1. Whose MAC address is this? Switch 1 MAC address. Understand na? Yes or no? Everyone. Yes? So this is the MAC address of switch number 1. It means here you guys will get the information about root bridge. Cost is 19. Port number is 0 by 1. And this is the hello time. Are you clear na everyone? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So here you guys are getting port is fast Ethernet 0 by 1. Why? Because switch number 2 can reach out the root bridge either by fast Ethernet 0 by 1 or either by fast Ethernet 0 by 2. But what is the best path? Why 0 by 1? Because cost is lower. Yes or no? Are you tell me?
Yes.
So when
Yeah.
this switch reaches the root bridge through this interface, then total cost will be 19 plus 19, total 38. But when this switch reach the root bridge through this link, cost will be 19. So this path is the better, na? Yes or no? Everyone?
Yes.
Yes, na? So that's the reason. Port is here 0 by 1. This is the best port or best path. And here you guys are getting the information about this bridge ID. Priority is same. Address. This is the MAC address of this switch. This is the time. Are you clear na everyone? Yes or no? Now,
Yes.
this is the interface. How many interfaces are there? 0 by 1 and 0 by 2. Understand na? Are everyone? Yes or no? Yes na? Now, come on 0 by 1. This is the 0 by 1. 0 by 1. What is the port role?
Root.
Root. It means this is the root port. This is the root port. And what is the state? Forwarding, I told you, na, either designate DP or either RP. Port state will be forwarding. Cost will be 19 and this is the port number. Clear, everyone? Now, 0 by 2. 0 by 2 is called DP port. I understand, na? This is called DP port. Now, here on this switch, guys,
We're doing the same.
VLAN 1. These are called root bridge information, right? Na 8700. This is the root bridge, na? Yes or no? Yes.
Yes.
And this is bridge ID and Cina 0 by 2 is called alternate. Which guys, this is the alternate. This is called 0 by 1. This is called root port. And this is called alternate port. And what is the state? Blocking state. The state, guys? Blocking. Clear, everyone? I hope you guys understand.
Yes.
Clear now? Everyone, tell me at least yes or no.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Yes. Huh?
Okay. Now, I can say you one more thing. Wait a minute, guys. Is it visible, na, everyone?
Yes.
How to configure a primary and secondary root bridge? To configure a primary and secondary root bridge, you just you adjust the priority value on your switch. Basically, you know, na, any switch will become the root bridge. Root bridge selection is on the basis of bridge ID. Yes or no? Yes. And bridge ID is made up of two things. What? Tell me. MAC address plus priority. You know na? Everyone.
Yep.
MAC address plus priority. MAC address is fixed na? We can't change. But yes, priority we can change. Priority value we can change. Yes or no? Yes. So see na,
Yes.
to configure the primary and secondary root bridge, what you have to do? You have to adjust the priority value on the switch manually. Are you understand na? Yes or no? Yes.
Yes.
Switch with the lowest priority will become the root bridge. If
Root
two
bridge.
switch have the same priority, then lower MAC address
No,
switch
we
will
need to study
become
the
the root bridge. Yes or no? Yes.
Yes.
Now,
Yep.
how to configure a primary root bridge? See na, spanning tree, then you have to write the VLAN ID, then you have to write the root primary command. What? Root primary command. Guys, see, there are two ways. Either let's suppose you have a switch number 1 and you have to switch number 2. You can configure the priority, lower priority here and then higher priority here. It will become the primary, it will become the secondary. There is no problem. But for
Yes.
primary and secondary, there is a different command. Are you getting my point? Yes or no?
Yes.
So, this is the command spanning
Bottom
tree.
release
And you
that
have to write the VLAN ID, then you have to write the port root primary. Understand? So when you write this command, what will happen? This command automatically set the priority of the switch to a lower value than other switches in the network for the specified VLAN. It means if you are running the VLAN number 1 for VLAN number 1, it means switch will check all the switches which is present in the VLAN number 1, and by default switch will choose the lower priority value among all the switches which is present in the VLAN number 1. Are clear? Yes or no? Yes, na? By default priority is 32768. You know, na, everyone. But using
Yes.
the root set around 24576. This is the by default. Are clear, everyone? Yes or no? Are tell me.
Yes.
Understand? For example, let's suppose come here. I don't know on packet tracer it will work or not. Let me try. Conf D. What is the command I write, guys? Go in the global configuration mode, then write spanning tree, then write VLAN. We are running for VLAN number 1. Yes or no? And I'm writing root what? Primary. Yes, it's working. Root primary. They understand? Yes or no?
Yes.
This is the command. So when I check, so spanning tree VLAN 1. What is happening? Now this switch is become
Root.
this switch become root bridge. And what is the priority? 24577.
24577.
And told you na 24576 and plus 1 VLAN ID, that is 2457.
7.
Clear, everyone? Yes or no?
Yes.
This is
Yes.
our primary. So once it become the primary, what is happening? See now all the ports is now which state? Forwarding state. See na? Or designated DP port. Are yes na? Previously one was DP and one was RP, but now both are DP. Are you understand, everyone? Yes or no? Clear na, everyone?
Yes.
But when you write the secondary command, what is the command? Root secondary. So this command sets the priority of the switch to a value slightly higher than primary. Slightly higher than primary, but lower than any other switches. Understand? By default, it choose how much? 28672. Are you clear, everyone? Yes or no? Tell me. For
Yes.
example,
Yes.
come here on switch number 3. On switch number 3, if I write the command conf t spanning tree VLAN 1 and then root secondary, I write this command. Now I write so spanning tree VLAN 1. What happened? Sina, what is the priority? 245
No, sir.
577. what I told right here, 28672. Again, this is the bug in the packet tracer. Sorry. This is
This
the
for root bridge ID.
28673. It's fine. Are clear everyone? Yes or no? So this is the priority of the switch. Are clear everyone?
Yes.
What do you mean by LSN? LSN means this is in the listen state. It will take 30
Listen.
seconds. Now, what is in forwarding?
Hmm.
Clear? Are everyone?
Yes.
Clear? No?
Yes.
So this is called primary and secondary. So we discussed guys primary and secondary. So